What's up, y'all? I saw a video today that was disturbing. It was disturbing. I saw the video on Sincere Love the Guy's Instagram and Nicey Girls. I gotta salute the people I saw it from. I saw it on their IG earlier this morning, and I was gonna talk about something else. And I will do some readings later on if y'all want me to. Today was just gonna be an open topics reading show, but I saw this video of a Mexican dude out of here, I guess out of LA, saying that they felt Latinos were underrepresented at a concert on Juneteenth, nonetheless. And that was very interesting. It was very interesting. It was very interesting nonetheless to hear this point of view. I'm not one to begrudge people their point of view. I like to hear people out, you know? And because sometimes people have a point of view that you haven't thought of or that's differing from yours, but it ain't wrong, you know? This shit here was all the way wrong. So what I'm gonna do is we gonna talk about it. I talked about it on IG. We got goddamn JJ Redick just signed to coach my Lakers, and well, I can't call them my Lakers anymore because they're not. I'm not fucking with them. As long as LeBron's with the Lakers, I'm done with them, nigga. Hello, Clippers, nigga. Let's go, Clippers. For the time being, fuck the Lakers. My undying love for the Lakers died with Dr. J. Buss and Chick Hearn and Kobe Bryant being no longer with us. But we're going to talk about all this stuff. We're going to talk about this. First, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell y'all, before we watch the video, because we're going to watch the video. Then after we watch the video, we're going to break it all down, all right? In the meantime, what I need y'all to do is go to DewanB.com. Go to DewanB.com. Hey, I'm actually getting an award this weekend at BET for the BET experience. Not at BET. Let me take that back. Not at BET. Although I would graciously accept an award from them, I would have no doubt have graciously accepted the BET award. But no, it's BET Awards weekend. I'm actually being honored that Ace Magazine is awarding my documentary is Bigger Than Hip Hop, the Black American Music Family Tree. So that's going to be dope. I got a documentary with a few thousand views that's getting an award this week. And it's, the award, the magazine that's awarding me is an official part of the BET Awards weekend. So that's dope. That's dope. And you can join my inner circle for updates of what's going on with me, discounts. All of my discounts, all of what I have going on big time gets sent out through email. All right? And I'm still working on my independent documentary. I'm getting an award. That means I got to go harder. That means this next episode has to be harder. You could donate right now at DewanB.com. You can hit the courses up. A lot of y'all been asking me, I have a new reading class that's getting ready to start. Next week, I'll have the early bird signups for my next reading class. I will have the early bird signups for my next card reading class. So if y'all want to learn how to read cards, get ready. Sign up for the email list. I will be sending things out through email, letting y'all know what's going on with that. And you can still get although we passed Juneteenth, order yours now for next year. Matter of fact, you can wear this shit all year round. You can wear June is Black Music Month. That's year round. Juneteenth is a real Independence Day, that's a year-round shirt. You can get all this stuff right now. Limited edition 1865, that's year-round. So get yours right now at thewanb.com. Get yours right now at thewanb.com. All right. So I'm gonna switch. Let me go to my IG so y'all can see it. I got this. Again, I want to give credit to where I first seen it. I first seen it from Sincere Love the Gods Instagram and Nicey Girl. They have a show that they do together on YouTube. I don't have the link to their show right here, but I will show you our man Sincere's page. And this is where I got it from. Well, let me cancel these notifications first. All right. Let me switch over. Let me see, where is that? Okay. This is where I got it from. And I want to give my opinions on this. I want to give my opinions on this. This is his IG page. So y'all follow his IG. Then from his IG, make sure you follow his YouTube channel and the show that he does regularly with Nicey Girl. Make sure y'all hit them up. But you see, I want to make sure y'all see his @ so y'all can follow this brother. Good dude. Real good dude. All right, here we go. Let's listen to what they said and let's get back to it.
And people were underrepresented there.
Let me start from the beginning.
No, yeah, so basically I feel like the Mexican people were underrepresented there last night.
I feel it. I can see that.
I can see that too, man, but...
And a lot of people are telling me that I sound like bitter or something. Like, I'm not a rapper, fool. I'm not tripping about not being on stage. I'm saying, like, Jeezy performed, I think, last night.
Yeah.
Did he?
That would have been nice if he would have been on stage.
If he would have.
Now, maybe the young legend had something to do, so he dipped.
Right, because all the artists that did perform were up there.
Facts.
I respect it. Who was up there?
Y'all know who this
can't
is?
keep count.
There was a lot of people that went, but I think Jeezy was the only
Chat
person
room,
that
if y'all
didn't
know
pop
who this
out.
is, let me know.
Or were you going to say he's the only Mexican that performed?
both.
Did he perform? Was he supposed to perform?
He did perform, yeah.
He did.
Mhm.
And I didn't see him perform because I caught it late.
I saw the clip.
I saw
I didn't even see that
shit all the
clip.
way.
picture of someone posting that he performed.
Do you think it had something to do with it being Juneteenth?
I don't understand. I thought
Watch this
Juneteenth
part,
was
watch
like on the
this part.
16th or something like that. It's on June 19th.
It was Juneteenth yesterday.
Yeah, it was Juneteenth. Facts.
I respect it.
Do you think that had something to do with it?
Has something to do with what? The fact that they threw the show that day? Or
watching.
that there was no Mexicans on stage?
There you go. Do you think it was supposed to be like...
First of all, let me start off by saying congratulations to Kendrick Lamar and all of the wonderful individuals that performed last night.
Hell yeah, shut him out.
So I'm not trying to go racial with it, but I will say,
Oh, we're just picking each other, like, picking each other's brains apart.
although it was Juneteenth, and I believe that's in remembrance of the massacre.
Listen to this.
I don't want to be wrong, but is it in Tulsa or in Selma
I don't even know.
or a place over there? I could be wrong, and I hate to be wrong, but I know it's in remembrance of a massacre that took place, right?
He thinks Juneteenth is a massacre.
I'd like to say that the Mexican people have been persecuted in this wonderful land for a long time.
Mm.
No, yeah, so basically I feel like the Mexican people were underrepresented there last night.
I feel it. I can see that.
I can see that too, man, but...
And a lot of people are telling me that I sound like bitter or something.
So that's it. He's saying the Mexican people were underrepresented. At
Something
the
like
show.
I'm not a rapper.
And then he says he didn't see the whole show. And then when he's asked about what Juneteenth is, he didn't even know. He thought it was about a massacre. And no one else at the table knew. Let me start off before I even get all the way into it. I want to start off by saying, look, I ain't here to shit on Mexicans. I know that a lot of Mexicans looking at this Foolio like he's a Foolio. I get it. But this is a larger, this is what he, at the same time, we don't want to act like what this man is saying here isn't a conversation being had right now in East LA, in Linwood, in Compton, in all them areas over there, Paramount, where they live, that are down with hip hop culture, don't really fuck with black people like that, but still down and want to be a part of the culture. Don't think he's the only person saying this. And don't think it's just Mexicans. Don't think it's just Latinos. Don't think other people aren't having these conversations. Don't think non-foundational black Americans aren't having these conversations. Where's the Dominican representation? There were no Jamaicans on stage. Guarantee goddamn to you these conversations are happening. And it's not the majority of people having these conversations, like I said. It's not the majority, not all. Because there's a whole lot that's cool. So we'll never want to get into them conversations that everybody being any one way at all. But at the same time, we cannot go around trying to play We Are the World and not face the world that we're living in. And the world that we're living in, groups of people feel entitled to what black people are doing. Groups of people feel entitled to what we have going on. And it comes out through stuff like this. I want y'all to listen to this entitlement again.
Rapper fool, I'm not tripping about not being on stage. I'm saying like, oh, Jeezy performed, I think, last night.
Yeah.
Did he?
That would have been nice if he would have been on stage.
If he would have.
Now, maybe the young legend had something to do, so he dipped.
Right, because all the artists that did perform were up there.
Facts.
I respect it. Who was up there? I can't keep counting.
There was a lot of people that went, but I think Jeezy was the only
person that didn't pop out? Or were you going to say he's the only Mexican that performed?
Both.
Did he perform? Was he supposed to perform?
He did perform, yeah.
He did
he did?
Mm-hmm. And I didn't see him perform because I caught it late.
I saw the clip.
I
didn't even see that clip.
And if he did perform, that's one more than any black person is going to be allowed to perform at a Mexican Independence Day, a Cinco de Mayo, or any of those holidays that they have going on. Hell, you can look at a top-ranked boxing card or a golden. When Oscar De La Hoya had his Golden Boy promotions going at his height, when they used to have their Cinco de Mayo boxing matches, unless they were or the Canelo matches, when Canelo was fighting the Golden Boy, unless they had Canelo fighting a second-rate black fighter, there were no black fighters on those cards. Those Canelo boxing cards under Golden Boy promotions, those Oscars, those Cinco de Mayo Golden Boy promotions, unless they were matching either Oscar or Canelo with a lesser talented black fighter, we were not on those promotions. We're not gonna be in no concerts. You ain't gonna see no niggas at no Julio Iglesias concert on Cinco de Mayo. You ain't gonna see no niggas at none of that. And that's fine. That's y'all day to celebrate y'all shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Salute to y'all and your celebrations of your culture and your heritage.
Picture of someone posting that he performed.
Do you think it had something to do with it being Juneteenth?
I don't understand. I thought Juneteenth was like on the 16th or something like that. It's on June 9th.
Don't even know the date of Juneteenth.
16th?
It was Juneteenth yesterday.
Yeah, it was Juneteenth. Facts.
I respect it.
Do you think that had something to do with it?
Had something to do with what? The fact that they threw the show that day? Or that there was no Mexicans on stage?
There you go. Do you think it was supposed to be like...
First of all, let me start off by saying congratulations to Kendrick Lamar and all of the wonderful individuals that performed last night.
Hell yeah, shout them out.
So, I'm not trying to go racial with it, but I will say,
We're just picking each other's brains apart.
Although it was Juneteenth, and I believe that's in remembrance of the massacre.
Listen to how dumb this motherfucker talk. He didn't know it was Juneteenth. And he's saying Juneteenth. And he's conflating that with the Tulsa, Greenwood, Archer, and Pine massacre. Are we serious here? Are we serious here? The fuck is going on here?
I don't want to be wrong, but is it in Tulsa or in Selma?
I don't even know.
Don't know the difference between Tulsa and Selma. Tulsa was 1921? Selma was 1963. Different states, different eras, and neither have nothing to do with Juneteenth.
Or a place over there? I could be wrong, and I hate to be wrong, but I know it's in remembrance of a massacre that took place, right?
You know it's a remembrance of a massacre that took place. Wow. And these are the people it's people like him. Again, not all Mexicans, not all Latinos. But it's people like him that be talking the most hot shit when it comes to race. When it comes to black and brown. This is somebody who's trying to jump in on the culture and say that we're all in this together, but hasn't taken the time to know the difference between Tulsa, Selma, and Juneteenth. Like, there's not even, the only common denominator between those three instances is the people were black. But there's nothing eerily, similarly, vaguely close to Tulsa, Selma, and Juneteenth. The only correlation that they share is it's involving black Americans on the land of the United States of America. Outside of that, there's no bond shared between the two or the three. But you're asking, and this is what I want to, for the people that's on the fence. Y'all hear me talking about this kind of stuff. You like me, but you know you're not black American. You're something. You're of another culture, or you are black American and you feel uncomfortable about me talking like this. This is what I mean about not having an open door policy to our culture. I mean, you have someone here that doesn't even have the respect enough to learn the difference between Tulsa, Selma, and slavery. This is why the barbecue is over. Or inviting people to the barbecue is over. We don't know who is who. This dude was bold enough to say one of the rap gods and legends. Let's say it's not Juneteenth. Let's just say it's not Juneteenth. Let's say we don't ever find, because I was offended at this before I even heard this last part about him not knowing Juneteenth. Just the nerve to demand and command an invite. The nerve of that alone. The noive. To do that. Like, me growing up in South Central LA, when I would see the Mexicans doing their thing, I never wanted in on it. And I never disrespected it either. I thought it would be cool. Like, when I would see them, I wouldn't get offended, other than if their party's going too goddamn long. But if they have some shit going on that's celebrating their what they have going on, I've always thought that was cool as hell. You know what I mean? I've always thought, me personally, that's why this is so weird to me. Whenever I've seen the Asians doing their thing, like I see other people from other cultures doing their thing, and personally, I be thinking it's cool. I be like, yo, that shit different. That shit fly. Like, we don't do it like that. Y'all do it a little different than us. And I go and look and be like, yo, that's dope as shit. Oh, man, like, so this is what I mean by gatekeeping. It's people like this. And it's a lot of people like that. Because especially if you was born and raised in America, the United States of America don't teach shit. This country is horrible at education in general. But when you start getting into history and people's cultures and people's backgrounds, the United States don't give a fuck about educating nobody on nothing about nothing. So you can guarantee if they went to one of these schools in South Central LA, they don't know shit about black people as far as historically. If they went to school in South Central LA, the only thing they know about black people is Martin Luther King, Michael Jordan, and whatever their favorite rap artist is. That's it. They might watch Martin. That's all the fuck they know about black people. You can guarantee you that. So we live in a country that really don't fuck with us. You know what I mean? And so since this country don't fuck with us, they're never gonna educate other groups as to who the fuck we really are. And I get it. But at the same time, if people from other groups, if you feel offended at me saying something like this, if you don't take the time to know who the fuck we are, if you care, find out. Learn who we are before you come asking to be a part of our cultural events. Because I'm going to do the same with you. First off, I'm never going to ask to be a part of anybody else's cultural event. That's your time to shine. That's your time to shine. If somebody got some shit, if you want LGBTQ niggas, do your shit. That is your time to shine. If you are a Mexican and an Irish, hell, I don't even do no fucking St. Patrick's Day. Let them St. Patrick niggas, let them Irish motherfuckers do their thing. Little short, drunk, midget motherfuckers go. Oh, I got super chat. He said, "Our reparations." So Carl Lady says in the super chat, let's say it again. Our reparations should come with a cup to help with all the nut riding. Appreciate you all for all you people do. I appreciate that, dog. Yeah, this is somebody says why acknowledge their pathetic grievances? Because it's content. That's why, and it got you watching. Next question. Yeah, so it's just like, so when it come down to it, we gotta have these conversations. We gotta talk about stuff like this. And here's the reason why we gotta talk about shit like this. Let me tell you why we gotta talk about this. We gotta talk about this because there's a lot of hoe ass niggas out there, right? And it's a lot of hoe ass niggas that been doing a lot of inviting to barbecues. It may not be none of you brothers and sisters in here. It may not be none of y'all in here. We might have the sanctified few in this chat today. But we all know them hoe ass niggas. If somebody can play basketball of a different race, they invite to the barbecue. If they got a girl, if they got a sister that you want to smash, are you gonna invite them to the barbecue because you want to smash their sister? If they sing a little bit good, if they sing, if they can repeat an Ice Cube or a Tupac lyric or a Jay-Z song, you want to bring them to the barbecue. If they got a fresh pair of J's on, you want to bring them to the barbecue. Anytime people from other cultures do anything to show that they halfway like black people, if they watch the Jeffersons and they can quote a line from Coming to America, oh shit, let's bring them to the barbecue. Here they come. Let's go. Come on. So I can't get too mad at other people for feeling that comfortable because I'm going to tell the whole goddamn truth. I can't get too mad because there's been a lot of hoe ass niggas out there doing a lot of hoe ass shit. And you make people comfortable when you do that. We need to get to the point as a people to where we can accept other people's congratulations and love and return the love and congratulations back. But know the difference between me and you. And that's just a good thing in life. As an individual, let's take race out of it. Let's just make it about us as human beings. Can we talk as humans right now? As a human being, it is essential as a man that I know where I end and you begin. You better have a strong sense of self in life. And for a lot of y'all niggas in y'all 20s listening to me, you listen up good if you're in your 20s and early 30s. Because y'all going through that point in your life right now where you're molding who that is. And you're all about it, and especially if you're in your 20s, you're in the Mars years in your cars, into your Venus years, 26 to 39, you're going through a real refinement, shaking up process in your life during that time. And those are the best years, if you're in that age bracket, to truly find who you are. Where do you end and the next person begin? Where do you end and your upbringing, your training, what you thought, what your parents taught you, what that TV show taught you, what your teachers taught you? Where do you end and where you begin? Where do you end and where do they begin? If you're older than that, if you're in your 40s and your 50s and you're still on that path, keep going on that path. Find out who you are. Know the difference between you and your mother, you and your brother, you and your sister. A lot of times people have a family identity and they never taken the time out to find their personal identity separate from their family, separate from their kids if they had kids young. Separate. Life is at its best when you know who the fuck you are, is what I'm trying to say. That's the best way to not be a hoe. When people do hoe shit, it's because they don't understand their true value. A hoe is something that digs in the dirt. That's why it's called a hoe. It plows through the dirt. It picks the dirt up. The hoe deals with the bottom. The hoe deals with what your feet trample on. That's why it's called a hoe. And that's why when you silly weird ass niggas bend over and get on your knees and be like, yes, massa, yes, massa, yes, massa. That's why y'all called hoes. That's why y'all called hoes. Don't be a hoe. You want to know who you are as an individual. You want to know who your family is, who your culture is, and really have a strong grounded foundation in yourself and in your culture. And when you have both a personal foundation and the foundation of your culture, then you can grow and you can appreciate other people's cultures for what it is. You can say, hey, I like that aspect about their culture. It's really cool. Hell, as a matter of fact, I like that aspect of their culture a little bit more than mine. If that aspect, but I still love my culture, I still love my people, I still love my family, I still love me. All of this, people playing two sides of the fence, because what happens here in LA, what I noticed with a lot of our, what I noticed with a lot of people, especially with the Mexicans here in LA, this is what happens. What you see, I used to work at the bank, and I used to work with kids, and I had nothing but Mexican clients. So I know how the game works. See their IDs when you work at the bank. They're culturally Mexican. They're bloodline Mexican, Taino, native mixture of that. That's their blood. Culturally, they try to be black. The kids, especially the younger ones, like this motherfucker we saw in this video. But on their driver's license, they claim white. So it's like this racial, cultural three-card Monty. And I want to let my cats know, man, that's not cool. Like, I know y'all have been shown by whole ass black people in the past that our culture is something, that black culture is something that you can come in and play a part of when it's convenient. You didn't think that. I guarantee you some nigga told you it was cool. But just know that if you're of Latin descent or someone else and some nigga told you that was cool, that was a whole ass nigga who don't know who he is or where he comes from, okay? So let's take a step back. Take a step back and still come over and we could be cool. I ain't got no issues with partying with motherfuckers. I got some cool ass Mexican friends, man. I got some hella cool Mexican friends. I'd be down to kicking and smoke with them all day long. But only if you know who you are. And you know who I am. Because if you know who you are, you don't disrespect me. If you know who I am, your ass double don't disrespect me. And I won't disrespect you. We got to get to that level of love and respect for one another. Said Juneteenth is celebrated in Mexico. Hell yeah. Yeah. Down in Chihuahua. That northeastern wing of Mexico. Under Texas. Yep. So we got to understand that, man. This is what we up against. Oh, and feel free to hit the Cash App. It's still the birthday week. It's still the birthday week. Hit the Cash App, $Dewan Brown. If you feel what I'm saying, if you feeling what we talking about here, hit the Cash App, $Dewan Brown. All right? Appreciate the super chats. Hit that super chat, $Dewan Brown. But this is some noise right here. The noise. The noise. Actually, I wasn't going to do it. But I'm actually going to do it today. What do y'all think? I'm actually going to take some of y'all calls today. 323-744-7425. 323-744-7425. This is what we're up against, people. People that really got the noise. Listen to this.
Right. I like to say that the Mexican people have been persecuted in this wonderful land for a long, long, long time.
Mm.
No, yeah. So basically,
Hear that shit? And that's another thing they like to do. Appreciate that star in the chat. That's another thing that they do. It always comes down to we were all persecuted. We're all. I want to hit on that point. That point of, well, if the police like come and they won't know the difference between me and you. I want to hit on that point. If the police come, they won't know the difference between me and you, or we all from the hood. We all persecuted. No, nigga, no. We don't share cultures on the bottom. We share them on top. Appreciate the Cash App question, H. Oh, and I just got a GoFundMe hit for the documentary. Appreciate that. But no, we don't play that. We don't meet on the bottom. We meet at the top. We meet at the top. We don't meet at the bottom. All of that, well, we're persecuted too. No. Call back. I gotta answer you in time. Call back if you want to. Not my bad. Call back. This shit only gets 2 rings, and I was not ready. I'm ready now if you call in. Anyway, people love meeting us on the bottom. We all were persecuted. So, let me give you a hint, man. Everybody's persecuted. The difference is, when it comes time to do something about it, y'all side with the persecutors against us. That's the problem. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, man, this is MDT Sports, man. I'm proud of what you're doing. I just want to say I'm proud of what you're doing, man. Talking about the Black American history, and I learned a lot from you and Tyree Nasheed. I'm learning a lot about my culture, and like it's deep rooted that we are. But the other thing, man, about the Mexicans, I got some Mexican friends, but it's like I'm from the Bay, so I got some Mexican friends. It's just like, just celebrate what we do. Like, you stop hating. Like, what's with the hate? That's what I don't get. What's with the hate? You know what I mean? We don't disrespect Cinco de Mayo or Mexican independence. What's with the hate for? Why they hate on Kendrick? I don't get it, man.
That's that. See, over there in Mexico, they have that light is right syndrome too. And they shit on dark-skinned Mexicans over there. The Afro-Latinos don't have a chance because of these people that we have over here, because of them. And they think that we the same as those Afro-Latinos. And we just gonna take it.
Nah. Totally different. Totally different ball game.
Totally different ball game. That's why they got, man, but thanks for giving us. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you go ahead. I was just laughing. I was just listening.
Yeah, man. But thanks for giving us a call, dog.
Oh, thank you. Thank you,
sir. And that's why it's so important, folks, that you learn where you're going. You learn the environment. You learn the lay of the land. You learn the people. You came to America, and I'm not here about to disrespect the dark-skinned Afro-Latinos. I'm not about to do that at all. It's just that I don't hear from America. And I know I live in, and I do, read papers from around the world and to see what's going on. I do monitor what's going on around the world, but I do know that there's a high level of what do you call that? Filtering of the media. Is that what you say? That goes on, propaganda in America. So I'll be the first to say I know that being in the United States of America, I don't get all the news, but I do not, nor do I very rarely, if ever, hear about too many revolts, or Martin Luther King / Malcolm X type stuff going on down there in Mexico with the darker skinned people. So that leads me to the conclusion that maybe they don't fight as hard as we fight here. And that's no disrespect to them. That's just a conclusion that could be based on my ignorance because I don't get the news, enough news from what's going on down there. I do hear about the revolts in South Africa, with people like Julius Malema. I hear people about, I hear about the people of Afghanistan, Iran, Sudan, these different countries, not Sudan, not so much Sudan, Libya, I should say. I do hear about people from these other countries revolting against what's going on, but I don't hear about too many revolts in Latin America. So maybe that's why, and I could be wrong, but maybe that's why these people feel so comfortable feeling entitled to what we got. The combination of maybe not too much resistance going on at home, coupled with these old Al Sharpton, let's come together as Democrat-ass Negroes talking black and brown, and maybe it's a combination of hearing all these soft-ass niggas in the news that represent black people and what they see back home. That's why it's very, very, very important that you know who you're dealing with. The news ain't gonna tell you who we are. The news ain't gonna tell you who we are. The news is not gonna do that. So you better find out, and he found it out real fast. Whoever podcast that was is about to get a whole lot more views whenever they go up next when niggas pull up to ask them questions. Shit. You see what I'm saying? Whenever we doing something, everybody want to be in it. And why wouldn't you want to celebrate Juneteenth? Because once we got free from slavery, that freed black people to push for all the laws that you guys now enjoy. Why wouldn't you? Us being free from slavery is the reason why y'all can have children and be citizens. Like, us being free from slavery got y'all a whole lot of hookups. Why the fuck y'all mad? What's up, Carter? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, my name is Aaron, calling in from Melbourne, Florida.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I want to add, you're making amazing points. I wanted to add that, what you said, they are comfortable within our culture, and I feel like they have, like you said, they have this sense of entitlement when it comes to our culture. One thing I noticed, I'm from Texas and stuff. There's some FBAs out in Texas that will let Latinos say the N-word, and I think that is another reason why they feel so comfortable, is because some FBAs won't check them on that. And also, regarding to this video, I feel like it was extremely disrespectful for the dude to say, Juneteenth had something to do with Tulsa or like some type of massacre. And it's like, bro, you live in an information age. It takes nothing to Google search Juneteenth, and it'll tell you what it's about. So this entitlement and this, attempt to tether onto our culture, it got to stop. We got to nip in the bud. So, it's just it's a shameful attempt, in my opinion, because it takes nothing to go have a Cinco de Mayo, concert, and we can all respect it. But
right.
When we have something, y'all want to latch on to it.
Right, man. Real talk, man. Thanks for giving us a call.
For sure.
Yeah. Man, he ain't never lied. Like, just have some respect, man. Have some respect. That's all it is. We respect y'all. Y'all respect us. We can have a good time after that. In other news, I got to get to this other topic before I get up out of here. Because I'm about to head up on over to the Drew League. Oh, come on, Skype. I tried to get your call, caller. I don't know if you hung up. Caller. But call back. I don't know if you hung up. But I tried to get your call. Maybe your shit dropped. In other news, my Lakers. Oh, my Lakers. It's over for us, man. Good. I'm going to get to this story after this call. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Bird. Called from L.A. Shoreline Mafia is Mexican. They was on stage performing with Kendrick. You tripping, homie?
They was on stage? Who? I didn't see him on stage.
Shoreline Mafia, homie. The two Mexicans. Shoreline Mafia, homie.
Well, it's good. They was on that stage. Well, that motherfucker ain't got nothing to complain about then.
While your fat ass was in the garage smoking.
Well, no, while my fat ass, my fat ass was in the garage smoking, and you was on Venice Beach up under a cardboard box watching the concert on somebody else's phone.
The only reason why you doing it
Get
is
off my phone,
Tyreek
bitch.
Tyreek.
What you say?
You're trying to be like Tyreek.
Oh, I'm trying to be like Tyreek doing what? No, stay on my phone. Stay on my phone. I'm gonna talk to you for a little bit. I'm trying to be on by Tyreek doing what?
Your talking points.
You mean my talking point? Like I'm the one that filmed my documentary August 2022. I'm trying to be like Tariq. Did you know that?
And
no. Answer the question. Did you know I filmed my documentary 2 years ago?
Nobody know you or your documentary.
You called in, so you know me. You called in, so you know me, motherfucker. Did you know I filmed it 2 years ago?
I know you sound like Tyreek. That's what I know.
No. You sound no. Let's make it very clear. You're an ignorant bastard that didn't know shit. So you heard Tariq say it first. So since you didn't know what the fuck you were listening for, you heard me say it second because you didn't know who the fuck I was. And you assume I got it from Tariq. By
the way,
that's because you're an ignorant bitch, not me.
Tripping. Mexicans in LA not even tripping on no hip hop or nothing. What do you even?
What did I just show? What did I just show on this camera? What am I even looking at here now?
I can understand maybe some Puerto
What am I looking at here? No. He's talking about Mexicans. No, son. He's talking about Mexicans in LA, son. What am I looking at? What is this show about? Are you watching the fucking screen?
Was on stage.
Are you watching the screen?
The Mexican people were underrepresented there.
What? This is what I'm talking about. It's on screen. Who the fuck are you? Who are you?
I'm not in the garage, sir.
I'm not in the garage either. At least I have a garage. What? You're in a goddamn cardboard box. Nigga, you are at a goddamn bodega sniffing goddamn fake ass mushrooms. Get the fuck out of my face, nigga. And why are you even calling into my show if you care? Who the fuck are you?
Shoreline Mafia was on stage.
Man, you's a bitch. Get off my phone. This nigga calling in banging on the phone. Who the fuck is this? This motherfucker calling and banging on the goddamn phone. Oh man, Mexican ain't even. I'm literally talking about it right here. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey man, it's Coon Killer, bro.
Hi, what up, dog?
From LA, bro. I wouldn't even call in until I just heard this off-code bastard talking, bro. That was some bullshit. See, the thing is, it's not about what's going on. It's the disrespect that they have for us. And I think that dude, he might be Hispanic. And there's a lot of off-code people in the comment section talking about, man, no problems with Hispanics. We know the history between blacks and Hispanics in LA. And Juneteenth wasn't about that. Yeah.
The disrespect between blacks and Mexicans in LA is at a fever pitch because Mexicans will take money from white people to shoot us. They won't do it on their own. And they don't do it. They take money from white supremacist groups in prison to police us on the streets. And they want to come out and act like they talking about something. It's all good. We just literally had the whole sheriff department investigation with the Banditos, the Vikings, and over 17 different internal gangs in the police department, all involving either white, Asian, or Latino police officers, none involving black police officers. And these people come out on the streets and fuck with us. And they want to turn around and act like it's all good. It's cool. Like out here in LA, individually, like on personal levels, like we all got Mexican homies. You King Cooley, you know, we all got Mexican homies we cool with, you know? We all do.
Yeah.
But overall, even your Mexican homie gonna have stories about his own family talking shit about you. Am I lying?
Not lying at all. I mean, I couldn't go into certain Hispanic friends' homes, you know what I'm saying, growing up. There was a certain disdain there. Some were cool and some weren't, you know, but what these people were talking about, it's just these motherfuckers, you don't have to insert yourself on something on Juneteenth, because we would never do that with Cinco de Mayo.
Never.
We're never going to go to one of your little mariachi band's concerts and try to insert ourselves. Now, you might have one coon dancing around with a cowboy hat, carrying a Mexican flag, you know, trying to be accepted, but we don't try to get into your music, you know? So I just wanted to call and say that, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Real talk, dog. You have a good one. Did y'all hear this? And that's another thing, chat. Let me get on the full screen. Instead of this fucking idiot earlier calling in talking about, hey, you know what I mean? You know, them dudes on the show that you talking about, they was off cold, they wrong, that wasn't right. He's talking about well, the Latinos was on that stage. Okay, well, 3 was on that stage. That means y'all really should shut the fuck up then and be happy. Because that's 3 too many that's 3 too many on Juneteenth. If you're going to tell the whole goddamn truth. I think this that dude calling back. Or somebody else from the 713. What's up, Carter? What's your name? Where you calling from? This motherfucker called in and ain't ready for the goddamn call. What's up, Carter? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's going on, Dewan, man? This is KG calling from LA.
KG from LA. What's up, brother?
Oh, what's going on, man? I really appreciate your show, man. You have a great show, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's on your mind?
Hey, I want to talk about the Lakers' new coach, man.
Oh,
JJ
shit.
Redick, man.
Man. Why are you fucking my mood up, man? I thought I was gonna get away from this show without having to talk about that. God damn.
You know I had to bring it up, man. But one thing I heard, man, was this was a power play for LeBron to try to get into the ownership for the Lakers.
Hell no.
I don't know how true that is, but what do you think about the move?
Hell no. No. Hell no. I don't want LeBron as no goddamn owner. No. Hell no. LeBron has fucked my Lakers up enough.
Exactly.
We gotta watch Brandon Ingram do well in the Pelicans. Jason Hart do well not Jason Hart, he was in Inglewood High. Josh Hart and goddamn Julius Randle do well in New York. We gotta watch goddamn Clarkson win 6 minutes. We got all them young bulls we had that we probably could have won a championship with if he kept it together and got 2 good free agents on top. But no, we got to deal with this hairline having ass nigga fucking up the squad. Now we got JJ. Who the fuck? Sam Cassell looking for a coaching job. Mark Jackson. You got all these motherfuckers that's been assistants for how long? And this nigga get a coaching job? JJ Redick? I don't want nobody that.
Man.
I don't want nobody. First of all, I don't want nobody from Duke coaching my Lakers or even on the Lakers. Second of all, I don't want this motherfucker coaching the squad.
Facts.
Yeah, dog. So I don't know, man.
You know what else, man? I truly think LeBron needs to retire, because the longer he stays in the league, the more he is sabotaging the project itself. His time, I believe, is up. teams that he goes to, he destroys the draft picks. Nobody gets developed. They all get traded away. And we drafted some really great players, and they all doing well outside the Lakers. And we traded all of that draft capital for LeBron. He's a great player, but I think his time is up.
Used to be a great player, man. But, man, you're right about that, man. But thanks for giving us a call.
Yeah.
And look at this shit in the chat room. Somebody said, from pro-black Juneteenth love to anti-black LeBron hatred. Hey, Andre Miller, what do you think about LeBron getting a white coach hired for the Lakers with no experience on Juneteenth? Yeah, I do got pro-black love. I wanted Sam Cassell to be our coach. He was in the running. This nigga here, see, that's the thing with you LeBron dick sniffers. Y'all be so goddamn on LeBron, you missed the whole big picture. This dude got a white dude with no experience hired. What do you think he could have done for Mark Jackson? Think of the big picture, LeBron dick sniffers. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, brother, how you doing? It's different.
What's up, different? How's it going, brother?
Man? It's going good, brother. How things been going with you, my man?
Man, chilling. What's on your mind?
I wanted to talk about the Devin Haney thing, about these guys out here who still calling him a bitch because he got his
Oh,
ass
yeah.
whooped.
Good topic.
Yeah, man. It's just crazy to me how you got these people out here just keep trying to defend him after he failed a drug test twice. You got people still ignoring that. I don't understand that. Like, it's a lot of us out here that's still trying to defend that. I'm like, dude, like, he cheated. He was on that shit. And even after the fight, he was hyped up, bro. Like, he...
Yeah, I want to get an audience context of what you're talking about. What he's talking about is, and I'm glad you brought that up, there was a fight that happened 2 months ago on 420, and I've been talking about it for those of you who are regular, between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia he's been the right wing advocate. They've been loving him because he's been talking a lot of that Alex Jones shit. So he got a really big right wing crowd. He called what's his name, Devin Haney, and his dad said they have monkey hair, nappy hair. They're being very racist in the lead up to the fight, and Ryan Garcia surprised everyone by beating Devin Haney in the fight. Well, it came out a couple weeks later that Ryan Garcia, well, first of all, the day of the fight, Ryan Garcia came in overweight. He came in 3 pounds officially overweight. Unofficially, they said he probably fought the fight at 160. And Devin Haney was beating him on the cars. He was whooping his ass, but Devin Haney couldn't take his punches. Then we kind of find out he was way heavier and he was on steroids. And so he got caught on steroids. He got tested, he got popped, and the second test came back negative. So now he's suspended for a year and he forfeits $1 million. And I posted this question earlier when I was talking, because when Devin Haney lost, it was a whole bunch of jive-ass, monkey-ass niggas jumping around like fucking apes. Ooh, Devin Haney lost! Devin Haney lost! And y'all niggas was happy. It seemed like you niggas was happy to see that black man lose. I'm not even talking about the Latinos. I'm talking about the niggas. A lot of you niggas was real happy to see Devin Haney lose. But then it comes to find out, yes, Ryan Garcia did in fact cheat. And yes, he's going to be suspended. And all them monkey-ass niggas that was celebrating Devin Haney's downfall ain't saying shit now. So, appreciate that E-Class 777. Tell the truth. Yeah. So yeah, I want to get your thoughts on that, then I'm going to move on. What's your thoughts on that, man?
Like, it's my thoughts is that it's bullshit, because I got a cousin and he's still like that's what he's still calling him, a pussy and all that. I'm like, bro, the man cheated. It is like they keep ignoring it. Well, he got whooped. I'm like, because he was on drugs. I'm like, what the hell? And he was for Devin at first. But after he got his ass whooped, Devin
was winning the first 5 rounds. And then he got caught with that steroid left. Up until Devin got caught with that steroid left, he was winning the fight. And then he came back and was starting to win the fight again until he got hit with that steroid right. But yeah, man. But them kind of niggas, them the same kind of niggas that invite people to the barbecue because they wear a fresh new pair of Jordans. So don't worry about that, my man. Thanks for giving us a call.
Yeah,
Yep. So it's a lot going on in the sports world, and yes, boxing is all about race. It's always been about race. Always has been, always will be. Race has always been the attraction to boxing and basketball. And you got these bronze-sexual niggas that's happy that LeBron James just basically got a marginal NBA talent. That the only thing he can coach other NBA players on how to do is how to get open for a jump shot. He can't teach nobody on how to create their own jump shot. And now he the head coach of the Lakers. Watch what's going to happen next. They're going to hire a big-name nigga to be his assistant. And that big-name nigga that's the assistant is going to be the real coach. What's up, caller?
Dewan, how you doing?
What's up,
This
caller?
is Cassandra calling. Yeah, Cassandra calling from Texas.
Oh, what's up, Cassandra?
I called in once. So you remember me, huh?
Yeah, I remember you. What's up?
What's going on, B? Happy belated birthday to you.
I appreciate the birthday well wishes. Everything good with you?
Yeah, everything is good with me. But listen, man, I was like I put on your Twitter or whatever it was the other day, how you did those 2 videos, and I was talking about you all day, online and sharing your YouTube video when you talking about the music.
Yeah,
man, I'm telling you, ain't nobody messing with you when it comes down to that history on that music. But listen, when you brought up the fact, and I hadn't even thought about it, but when you brought up the fact that hip hop is a sample genre. Mm-hmm. They sample the funk music, the P-funk, the blues. When that kills the argument right there.
Right there. That's it.
What no Mexicans doing no daggum P-funk and the funk era. They didn't know nothing about the funk era. That kills the argument.
And that's why I brought the argument up, because whatever culture, whatever dances, whatever style of dress, whatever comes lingo, whatever comes that all comes after the music. The centerpiece for the culture is the music. And deeper than the rapper, deeper than the DJ, it's the music the DJ is playing. It's the music the rapper's rapping over. That's the centerpiece, because if you don't have the music, you just got poetry at that point. And I don't know no black person that, I know I go to poetry lounges, but them poetry lounges be empty as hell when I go. Because ain't nobody caring about poetry. They want the beat. And the beat is completely yours. Even if you take a sample from a European song, it's just a European band playing black music,
Right.
So, they're still playing our music. If it's another phase, if it's the Bee Gees, it's just the Bee Gees playing black music.
Right. And then the fact that how y'all went back and pulled up the old black and white of the brothers doing floor work. They still trying to say they did it.
Yes, you know how it is. But thanks for giving us a call.
Yeah, no problem, B. Take care.
Take care. Yeah, they're trying to say, look, even if you say you were there and you were dancing, you was there. You still didn't create the beat, so sit in line with everybody else who was there. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Respectfully, this is Johnny. What did you do in hip hop, eh? What is your contribution?
Let me tell you what I did. I played the drums for plenty of hip hop bands. My wife's
doesn't even have drums.
Let me finish talking. Let me finish talking. I tell you else what I did. My bloodline, my wife's family, my wife's dad has written and composed music sampled by the Dog Pound, music sampled by goddamn music
say
sampled by
USA.
Cinco de Mayo. We all the music you guys get sampled, we created. All the dances that you like to do, we created. Your style of dress, how you like to dress like essays and wear the top button up, unbuttoned the plaid shirt. That's how niggas was dressing in the early 80s that you adapted later on. That the way you guys like listening to War. Do you know? Oh, hold on, chat. Y'all hear me? He asked, "What about the Lowrider? What's the Lowrider theme song? Who created it? War, an all-black band out of Compton. Because the Lowrider is Black American. It said my dad had Lowriders in 1969 in Compton, California.
Don't cause a division. Don't do it like Tariq.
No. Essay, you called me. You said, "What did the black person do?" Essay, there is no division. Black people in Detroit, in Dayton, Ohio, in LA did Lowriders, Essay. Did you know that?
Lowriders was it?
Yes, Lowriders in Detroit in the 1960s. There are no Mexicans in Detroit, Essay. Lowriders in Dayton, Ohio in 1975. There were no Mexicans out there, Essay. The Lowrider theme song was created by a Black American group. George Lopez plays it before he comes out to his shows. It said, "All my friends know the Lowrider." That's a black band out of Compton. It said, "Do you think that though? Do you think that War created that song watching Mexicans do Lowriders, or you think they created that songs watching their cousins and their brothers in Lowriders?" It said.
First video vixen of the West Coast.
Darlene Ortiz, she did one video. Yes, great. We love her. No, I know Darlene Ortiz personally, and I love.
Give us our credit,
shouts out to Darlene OG
Give us our credit.
Darlene OG Ortiz, that's my niglet right there. I love me some Darlene.
So give us our credit.
No, you don't get credit for shit. Darlene gets credit for being Ice Cube's girlfriend. You don't get credit for shit, that's it. That was Darlene. She was Ice-T.
Ice Cube.
You know, Ice-T. And you know, Ice-T went to high school with my mother at Crenshaw High School, it said. Yes.
It's always your mother or your wife. What about you?
Yes. I told you. It said, look, you know what else this is fun. You know what else I've done, it said? Look, go to DewanB.com, it said. This is what you're going to do. It said, you're going to go to DewanB.com. And you're going to scroll down, essay, and you're going to click shop. And then you're going to click load more. And you're going to see my drum sample packs that hip hop artists use all the time behind their beats, essay. Because I've been playing the drums for 25 years. I've been playing the drums for 30. I've been playing the drums for 25 years, essay. And I've been on a lot of drum tracks that you didn't know, essay. So shut the fuck up.
The only person I know to play the drums is the Roots.
No. Death Row has a drum set. Essay. If you listen to Doggy Dog World, that's a live drum playing behind there with the ride cymbal and the kick drum. Essay. Did you know that? Did you know DJ Quick uses live musicians on his band? Essay. Did you know that?
Did you know Tupac had a Mexican producer?
About goddamn music.
Had a Mexican producer? Did you know Tupac had a Mexican producer?
That wasn't his producer. He was the person that created the stems and the samples for the real producers to come and finish off. That's what he did. He wasn't a producer. He was a beat maker that producers finished off the music for it. Yes,
we was there, homie. We were there, essay. That's what I'm saying. We was there, essay.
I was there. You weren't there because you
know
all
your listeners.
You were selling oranges. You were selling oranges.
That we were there, essay.
And he just called me a mayate. Oh, and you just called me a Mexican version of a nigga, essay. Oh, and you called me your brother. You just called me a mayate.
Ooh, I didn't call you my brother.
Ooh, the hate is in your the hate is in your veins. Your hate smell like horchata, bitch.
No hate,
Your hate smell like tacos and socks. Nigga.
No hate,
your hate smells like oranges on the side of the freeway. Your hate smells like socks. You weren't there, Essay. You know where you were? You was watching your mama. You was watching your daddy's wet get back after his barbed wire. You watch your daddy call through barbed wire and under the river and through the woods.
Racist. No, that's what you saw. Right there.
You call me a mayate, Essay. Yeah,
that can get
gloves off, Essay.
That can get your channel taken down, huh, Essay? That can get your channel taken down. Talk like that, huh?
You call me that. You call me an Essay. Ooh, you call me a mayate. Ooh. All right, I have fun. That was fun. That was fun. You see how mad they are? You see how mad they are? He literally tried to come and tell me about lowrider culture when the Mexican theme song to lowriders is a song written by Black Americans out of Compton. What world are we in, people? What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, bro? I'll give you all the props for all that. It's true, though. It's facts. Some people just don't know. Some people just don't know what it is. You know what I mean? I just heard that last conversation with you and your boy right there. Well, it's not your boy, but that dude right there. But it don't got to be that racial. You know what I mean? I get it, all the tension and shit, but he's ignorant. You know what I mean? He's saying all this dumb shit, but I respect. You know what I mean? I grew up in Compton, born and raised, Willowbrook, Segundo, right there, right up the street. You feel me? Right here. I grew up, and I got love for you guys. Fuck all this division shit. This shit's stupid. I love y'all people. Y'all love us. But sometimes it's the street shit that makes us act like this. But in reality, we're all human. I love y'all. Y'all love us. Fuck this shit. This shit's stupid as fuck because that shit's always going to keep us down like that. And I feel like the enemy is the motherfuckers who put us in this situation to begin with. Because we wouldn't be in this situation if none of this shit would be happening in the world. You feel me? So I just feel like y'all my brothers. I'm your brother. I love y'all and everything. That's all I got to say.
I'm with you right there. See, them the kind of Mexicans I was raised around when I was in LA. Them is the kind of motherfuckers I fuck with right there. Right there. And people like him, I'm not answering no anonymous calls. That ain't happening. If you're anonymous, you got to unblock your number, homeboy. But them is the kind of Mexicans I fuck with. I can fuck with somebody like that. Because I ain't got issues with nobody. But if you fuck with me, watch out. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, how's it going? My name's Darius. I'm from Texas, Houston.
Houston, Texas in the house. What's up, man?
Yeah, Houston, Texas. Yeah, quick story. Like, I'm quote unquote non-FBA, but I grew up in Houston. Like, I grew up in Texas. Like, I was going to Juneteenth down in Galveston from I was small. Like, we used to have the summer camps back in the hoods. So even though my parents were West Indian, you know, summertime comes around, you ain't have no money, you ain't have nothing. So you send them to the summer camps so that they could be around the other black kids because it was like free, almost like free daycare. And they would take us down to Galveston during Juneteenth. So I got to see all of that culture. And like, you know, like a lot of, if you go down to Galveston, it's like the culture is like very, especially because it's on the coast. You see where they used to have the sugar cane and all of that. So the cultures between the West Indies and, you know, even Black America, I don't like how people are just looking for every little thing that makes them different, because if you look at the stories and the histories, especially from Gulf Coast to the Caribbean Sea, so all of that, the stories and cultures are very, very, very close. And I just woke up one day. I woke up one day and all I'm seeing is white Black America versus Caribbean versus African. Like, I really hate that because, you know, even 5 years ago, I wasn't even hearing all that, you know. And I'm happy that Juneteenth is finally coming around to Black America. Black America, they get in the shine, the love that they've been looking for. But yeah, shoot, I mean, I have to put that one out there. It's like,
I got you, my
it's
brother.
it's not all hate out there. Like, a lot of these dudes, especially on the internet, they pushing all this hate and stuff. A lot of these dudes ain't never stepped outside. You step outside, you see a West Indian dude and you see a Black dude, they just see each other. It's like, yo, cool, what's good, vibes. And so to a lot of Black people, I think as Black people, we really got to get off the internet sometimes. It's really not the reality. But
and also, I just that was a good comment. But I want to answer your question real quick, where it came from. This is where it came from, and I can speak from my perspective, being a college graduate. Being a college graduate, it comes from as we Black Americans come up, we would see other groups of Black people had their own things going on, and they would exclude us. They would have their own culture from their own. They have their own language. They have their own culture that's separate from us. And we didn't necessarily be like, all right, y'all doing all right, cool. And it's like and that's fine, because everyone has to have. There's a time to appreciate, because even though we all have a general baseline that we all have a common bond that we share on a baseline level,
yes,
there are nuances every culture has. Just like if you watch that Kendrick concert, there are nuances Black people from LA have that are different than the nuances that Black people from New York or Charlotte, North Carolina, or Seattle have.
Yes.
There are cultures and there are subcultures. Well, within our overall Black American culture, a lot of us who've been trying to reach out, we've been running up against a lot of hostility, and you know it from. You're from Houston, so I'm not sure if you have it as bad as someone say from New York or LA.
I can touch on
these
that.
areas where you know what people say about us when we ain't around, and we just flat out tired of it. That's what
so
it's
I can
coming
touch on that one. So I can touch on that one.
And one thing, and one more thing before I'm gonna let you close it out. One thing about us as Black Americans, what a lot of people who came to this country post 1965 is learning is we are some fighting motherfuckers. It's just that after the civil rights, when people who came here in the 70s and 80s, they came while we were resting. During that time, Black America thought we had something. We thought we didn't have it. We thought we had wins from the late 60s civil rights movements. We were having good jobs. We were getting all the city jobs. We were getting city contracts. So our parents, they thought they won something. So when people started to immigrate here for the last 40 years, they came into a group of Black people who thought that they won something. Now you got us millennials coming up, and we're not getting what our parents thought they gave us. Not only that, not my parents particularly, but a lot of Black people's parents out there. If you're a millennial, you had to see your mom and dad get laid off in the 90s and the 2000s and adjust their lifestyle from a 4-bedroom house to having to go back to an apartment, while at the same time, we have to watch the LGBTQ, the immigrants, and everybody get those resources that we thought our grandparents fought for us. And on top of that, the blatant disrespect. Here in LA, the radio shows, all the hip hop stations only have Latino DJs. You dealing with people like Pete Rock saying hip hop is Jamaican, Busta Rhymes saying hip hop is Jamaican, Fat Joe saying hip hop is Latino. And we like, hold on. Some people might have to catch strays, but we got to get this shit straightened out. So hopefully that brought you some context as to what you're seeing right here. You coming across a fighting group of people who've just been resting the last 50 years.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely respect it. Like, I need to get into more phone calls because I would love to give in the perspectives from like the other side of the people, because I've been on both sides. You see, because when you grow up in, especially Houston is one of the most diverse Black cities in America. Like the Black diversity in Houston is very, 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 very rich. You don't know who you're talking to. So when we have those conversations, like one of the things that come up is, hey, well, when we did try to be openly African or openly West Indian or openly Latino, you grew up over here. You know what happens. There was a day when Africa just being called African was an insult. You know, not even just African booty scratcher, but if you just call somebody African, a lot of people not even more culturally aware.
But that's what I said. Whenever you immigrate, like this is something I learned. Let me tell you some game I learned from college in anthropology.
Yeah.
Whenever you go to a new environment, it's on you to learn that environment. The environment is not going to shift for you. Like no one's ever like when white Americans study the time of an America between 1880 and 1930, 1920, when you started getting that huge influx of white immigrants, and see what they had to go through with white people. When you come,
I'm so happy you brought that up.
What people who are coming over here now for, they had a hell of a lot easier than those who immigrated here 100 years ago. And
yes,
they have to understand that when you're dealing with a group like us who's under oppression, we under Jim Crow 2.0, Black people are literally in a war with a country that we built. We don't have the time to learn you. We just don't.
This is true. Yeah, I'm good. I'm glad you brought that one up.
We better off learning.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
We need to learn these motherfuckers and how they operate. That's what we need. We need to be studying the people who are oppressing us, just like other people need to be studying the people who oppress them and learn how they are being used as a buffer class against us. That way, if once they learn that, they can flip it. But everybody needs to be studying the people that's oppressing us.
Yes. I'll end with this. I don't want to hold up your show. But I'm glad you brought up like what white people had to go through over the last 100 years in America, because I think this is just a natural phase that the black society of America, meaning all the Black people in America, they just haven't had to go through it yet. You see, 100 years ago, the the quote unquote foundational white Americans, meaning the white people who could trace their roots to 1776. They were going at it
burning other
because you had
white
a lot of
people.
people coming in from Germany, from Wales, from France, and all that. They say, "Hey, y'all not real white people. Y'all not us. Y'all not
White
this. They
people
not like us."
were
You know, they had to go through that too.
White folks were literally burning ethnics and hanging them, just like they hung us. They hung ethnics too.
Yes.
So people got to understand
like,
they're getting a lot kinder. Us, our black people's. If the worst people got to go through from us is us calling them African booty scratcher, they need to come and say thank you.
Mm-hmm.
This is America. America ain't changing because you got here.
Yeah, I mean, shoot. I mean, I remember. You know what? I'll call in on the next show.
Yeah, man.
I like
Feel free to call. I'll make sure I open the lines up next time I do a show. All right.
Yeah.
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right, peace.
Tell people got to realize. That's people got to realize. America ain't. People forget as Black Americans, we're still Americans. We're still red-blooded Americans, and we as Black Americans, you're calling it anonymous, you're not going to get through. We as Black Americans, we're still Americans, and America is a very ethnocentric country. America doesn't give a fuck about anything outside of America, and that's good and bad. It's probably. Let me answer the person that got a. What's up, caller? What's the name? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Indianapolis, Indiana, man.
Indianapolis, Indiana. What's on your mind, brother?
Man, I just wanted to speak on what I was hearing, bro. If you ask me, they trying to do hip hop the same way they did jazz, the same way they did rock and roll. They trying to erase black people who created it, who created the whole culture of the United States, who really created the whole culture of the world. And it's up to us to we can't just let them erase us out our own culture, bro.
Yeah, and that's what
it's embarrassing.
Going on what you said, that's what people like. And this is with respect to my previous caller. This is what y'all people who are non-foundational Black Americans gotta realize what we up against. We millennials, us younger people, we saw what they did with our grandparents' jazz. We saw what they did with our parents' R&B.
Exactly.
We saw we like you're coming into these people that are new to this country, new the last 40 years. You're coming into a play that's been going on for 400 years. You came in.
Exactly.
This play has been going on, and according to my music study, let me tell you something, my brother from Indianapolis. We created classical too, but that was so long ago. The best classical musicians in the United States, European classical is one thing, but America.
Yes,
let's just talk about America, the United States of America. If we're talking about the 1700s to 1800s, the most popular classical musicians in the United States of America were Black Americans out of Philadelphia, New York, and Boston. That's a fact. And I can name them. We can name them. I'm drawing some blanks right now. It's if you took my music class, you know who it is. I did a whole music course on this. But we have been totally erased. When you see people playing violins and chamber music, you think it's all them. That's what we taught them how to do that, sir. And like Black people, Francis Johnson. The first person in America to tour Europe doing music was a Black American band, 1818, playing classical shit. We've been erased out of all that. And to have somebody come say, and this is with respect to my previous caller, to say we need to learn them. No, we don't. We got too much other shit going on right now. But
why would we acclimate
close
to
it out,
them?
my brother.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Why would we acclimate to them when everything they do revolves around us, and it has throughout history? I mean, it's just insane to me. And I'll just say one thing, and I'll end on that. It's getting to the point I feel like personally, we as Black Americans are going to get bored with hip hop, just like we did jazz, just like we did rock and roll, and we'll create something else, and they'll do the same thing again. But I appreciate you taking my call, brother, and God bless you.
Much love, dog.
All right, bro.
Yeah, man. Like we got a lot of fire. We got a lot of fires to fight as Black Americans. So if you're an immigrant here, no, we're not going to learn you. We're not. You need to learn us. And there's a reason why you came here. There's a certain secret in our sauce that have gotten Black Americans to push this country to get the minuscule rights that we have. There's a secret within our sauce that got them to even want you to even invite you over here, because we push for that. We got a secret in our sauce. When we face this country, we win. So it's best that people who aren't from here listen up and learn up. That way, because if you listen and learn, we all can benefit from it. What's up, Carter? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Dewan, my bad. It's Coon Killer. I had to just come back in one more time because you got this asshole in your chat keep talking about, Hispanics are just absolutely part of hip-hop West Coast culture.
Who's saying that in the
chat? Nova Prime. They're arguing, talking about Kid Frost and La Raza, how they just shaped somebody in the chat named Nova Prime.
No, I'm trying to figure out who. Kid Frost, who? Who?
Yeah, they said Cypress Hill.
Who?
Cypress Hill, they just definitely shaped West. I said Cypress Hill sounded like motherfucking Public Enemy on drugs.
Yeah, Cypress Hill. And I like Cypress Hill. They cool. Like they cool as fuck. But they had a 2 or 3 year run, and they've been since forgotten about. They didn't shape anything.
Yeah, so I'm really just kind of confused because there's a lot of people in the chat room right now talking about how entrenched they are. And I just want to say one thing. Hispanic culture, I'm not going to say Hispanic culture. I'm going to say the Mexicans on the West Coast. I can't speak of all Hispanics, but their culture is such of a... There's been nobody more to imitate us but them. They imitate us the most. At least in New York on the East Coast, at least we're dealing with Afro-Hispanics who some of them can possibly blend in, at those jams in the 80s and stuff like that. They can possibly blend in. Out here, we were dealing with people who were totally opposite looking from us and hated our guts. And
out here in the West, they dress and talk like we were doing 15 to 20 years ago. That's about how it works.
What I was just going to say. I was just going to say, look, I wanted to ask you, did you go to that Rick James musical? But anyway, I've been going to these concerts. They call them the Night of the Blaxican. And basically they have old acts like the Daz Band, they got the Barcades, they'll bring all the old bands back. And the whole audience is like 3,000 Hispanic cholos. And they're kids, they 18 and 19. I'm the only black there, and they looking at me crazy because I know the words to Smokey Robinson. You're looking at me like this is not my cultural music.
I'm glad you said that because, before tensions got the way they are right now, I'd always thank the Mexicans for helping for keeping playing the music alive. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I like the fact that they play a lot of that old stuff, and because I still listen to it. And when they play it, they play songs that I like, and I'm cool with it. But don't go around and act like you created it. That's all. And I don't think that's much of a request, is it? And then don't look at me funny when I'm enjoying my music. You just, yeah. But man, thanks for giving us a call again, man. I'm
enjoying your cultural music. Thanks, Dewan.
Man, you have a good one. Yeah, you think because there again goes the cultural confusion. The cultural confusion. Your parents raised you on Smokey Robinson. Your parents raised you on war. Your parents raised you on the Dramatics and the Temptations and Mary Wells and Martha and the Vandellas. And it's only human to project what you're listening to. You're going to think they look like the people in your mind, in your neighborhood, in your family. So I'm sure you associated these songs with your uncle Jesus, your auntie Lorena, or whatever. And that's fine, because it's good music. And I don't have any issues with Latinos doing that. None at all. None at all. But stop playing. Stop playing. Have respect. The confusion comes in because you've been taught to hate these same people you grew up listening to. And therein lies your cultural confusion. Your parents, your family said, this is for La Raza, for the race. Your family said white in the race. Your family put white on the driver's license. And you were cultivated in this kind of anti-black environment. But all of the things that you deem cool tend to be black. So there's a cognitive dissonance going on with a lot of you people that you need to solve. I can't help you with that. What's up, Carter? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, man? Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Yes, sir. What's on your mind?
Well, I'm impressed by your intellectual scholarship in music, man. It's very impressive. And I was just wanting to say, how can Latinos consider themselves any part of rap when they only speak the language? They consider themselves white and validate themselves as white. They music genre is supposed to like white people, rock, which was stolen from us. Chuck Berry and Ike Turner wrote the first rock music, Rocket 55, whatever.
Yeah.
But how can they consider themselves to be creators, co-creators of our rap when they weren't even speaking the language? They have a different genre of music. So is Jamaicans. It's full of shit, man. I appreciate you. Stay on their necks, brother. Thank you.
Man, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, and like, people, I'm gonna close it out with this. Y'all want to call me divisive? Here's here's a solution. How can we come together? If you're Latino and you're in Southern California and you think of DeJuan, you said a lot of racist things today. And what's the solution? Let me tell you what the solution is. The solution is we never got an official apology from Nori Martinez when she and Councilman Kevin De Leon, when these people called black people monkeys. And not only did they say disparaging things about black people, on top of that, I'm from LA. They took USC out of the Crenshaw District's tax base. Let me give y'all some quick game real quick on LA. Let me tell you, and I did a show on that before. I did a show on that before, but let me do it again. All right, just real quick. This is the significance of that racist move by that city council. This is the Crenshaw District right here. Right in this area where I grew up, Crenshaw District. All right? Here's USC. USC's right here. Exposition Park, the Coliseum, where it used to be the sports arena when the Clippers played there. This here used to all be one district, south of the 10, all boxed in till LA County's right here, Ladera. So from basically La Cienega right here, this area right here, this part of LA right here, that basically up until La Cienega. From La Cienega to this area used to be one area, right? What those racists did in the city council, a major part of the tax revenue for this area comes from USC. Now, USC has, in the last 10 years, been buying up property in the jungles. This is the jungles. When you saw Training Day, that was here in the Jays. That was the Jays. So the Jays, what used to be, these are the jungles. If you saw Training Day, you saw this. See this? This is called a gentrification apartment right here. What used to be our hood, our black folks, big ass apartments for us, is now, this is deep in the jungles. Well, this is still hood on this part of the jungles. But when you keep coming down to the jungles and you keep going across, let me pinpoint where I want to go. When you get to this part of the jungles over here, this is basically USCville now. This is basically USCville right here. USC, for the most part, has started buying up all these apartments over here, and they bought up a lot of these apartments from one, allegedly, I've heard, because I'll be hearing about this shit, Mr. Harvey Levin, TMZ, They bought them apartments, and now all these apartments are turning into USC public housing, basically. Basically, this is turning into public housing for USC. Especially over here off Buckingham. In this part. This part, all this shit becoming straight up USCville. And they have a shuttle that takes the USC students from here to USC. Of course, it's my neighborhood. This used to be called Rodeo Road. Nigga, I don't know about no fucking Obama. Nigga, this Rodeo Road, nigga. I grew up right over here in this neighborhood. And yeah. So basically, that's what's happening. And so this is the major tax base for this part of LA. And this person right here, Nuri Martinez, Kevin De Leon, and I forgot the other racist bastard's name. They, on racial color lines, removed millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars from the last predominantly black area of Los Angeles. This is the last stronghold black people got outside of Compton. And niggas don't really even have a stronghold in Compton no more. But from Jefferson to Inglewood, SoFi Stadium, this area is all black people got left. And racism removed the biggest tax base for this area. So why am I saying all that? I'm saying all that to say we cannot have racial unity without people of different races checking their own when they see them being anti-black towards us. Because we as black people, we do it. We as black people, our black leadership class has made sure every single group has been taken care of the last 60 years. Since 1965, we've been making sure every group has been taken care of. Latinos, Asians, LGBTQ, handicapped people, white women, they've all gotten comeuppance off of us looking out for people. Is it too much to ask for you to go to your own people and check they bullshit before you come to us? Because let me tell you something. If any of y'all think that you're going to call me and talk to me and guilt me into making concessions, my first question is going to be, have you talked to your family about it? Have you talked to your friends about it? And what are you doing in your community to solve anti-black racism? If you're not doing any, and don't say you're throwing a hip-hop concert. Everybody loves our music. Don't say you're doing the R&B fest because it's not known. That's easy. What are you doing to solve the issues, the anti-black racism in your community? That's always going to be the question that I ask before you come to me with any of this bullshit. Because we've paid it forward. The fact that if you were born here and your parents weren't and that made them stay here, you need to be thanking us along for that. Along with all the money you guys get from these different programs that was earmarked for us. All right? I want to thank y'all for listening. And again, this is with love to Latinos, love to Asians, love to white folks. I love everybody, man. I love everybody. But I only love everybody if you love me. I ain't fucking around. Loving me means, goddamn it, I get to be a complete me around you. If I gotta cut myself down to love you, then you ain't worth loving. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from? Last call.
This is Andre Young in Houston, Texas.
Andre Young from Houston, Texas. What's on your mind?
Man, you know, I think the real issue is money, man. We need to, you know, as far as concerts, and we're the creators, first of all.
We're the creators of every damn thing. That is our nature. We create. They take and try to remix it and claim it as theirs 10 years later after we come up with the ideas and the innovation. So I believe we're being called to task, man. It's got to be a unification somewhere, and it's got to be some money generated so that there's some power. We got to have.
Remember this, brother. We know the solutions. This is about money. It's all about, and I don't mean to cut you off, but we know what it is. It's on every one of us individually to make sure that we are the solution that we seek. And wherever the need is, wherever your skill set is that can pitch in, that's what we do. Even if your pitching in is picking up somebody else's kids and taking them to basketball practice, wherever you can pitch in is where we at. You dig?
For sure, yeah. And that's cool, man. But it's still like individually, yeah, you know. But you gotta think about it, man. Everybody ain't on the same page, and the people that ain't on the same page, we need to recognize them and just leave them where they at, man. And we gotta come together. The people with the like minds, we need to come together and start generating some money so we can start with our talents, funnel some money towards a cause that's gonna make us have financial power to be able to combat all of the money, because all it is, man, they're buying, like you said, they're buying up properties, they're gentrifying neighborhoods. We gotta create that same kind of power somewhere so we can defeat that.
And I appreciate that, man. But I'm about to start. But thanks for giving us a call. Yeah.
What's up?
All right. Yeah, black folks, we know what to do. I'm not here to have what we need to do speech. We know what we need to do, and we do it all the time. I'm not gonna say it like we're not doing it. Black people put up $113 million to buy the Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Plaza, and they still sold that shit to a Russian developer for $3 million less for 107, when black folks put up 110. So we know what we need to do. I don't like having those conversations. We know what it is. You got to get on. Everybody got to get on their own thing. I'm on my mission to get to where I got to get to. I know I'm not where I need to be. I know I'm not. I'm not gonna be faking to y'all. I know I'm not where I want to be. I'm on my mission getting to where I want to be, and that's what everybody needs to be doing. Because this same Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Plaza that you see right here, this is the reason why I don't have those what we need to do conversations. My grand Uncle Son, born in 1915. He was one. They wouldn't allow black people to be lead contractors, but he was one of the guys that designed and not designed. What's his name? Mr. Williams, Ted Williams, not Ted Williams. Mr. Williams. He designed this. The black architect. My grand uncle worked on it and did a lot of the work on this stuff. And the same with this right here. These two. This mall wasn't built until 1988. Before 1988, I remember seeing this mall get built on the way home from school. Before 1988, it was just this Macy's building and this building right here. This mall got built in 1988. Black people put up $113 million to buy this. $113 million to buy this. And look who they sold it to. They sold this shit to a group of other investors. Remember, what did I tell you earlier? 110 million. So, yeah, we can have what we need to do conversations all day. There are black people doing these things every day. I promise you. And if you're the kind of person that's getting up and doing what you got to do, you're going to meet these black people. I promise you. The more you're on your mission to get to that level, as you're on your mission, you're going to meet other people that's going on that same mission to get to their level. So we don't need to have these conversations about what we need to do. We need to be out there doing it. Yeah, but I said Paul Williams. I said Paul Williams. I said Ted Williams, a baseball player. Paul Williams. Told you I'm dyslexic like a motherfucker. I said Ted Williams. So, yeah, we out there, black people, we out there doing it. We just got to keep doing it, all right? I want to thank y'all again for listening. And I want y'all to remember this. There are no perfect messengers, only perfect messages for those willing to pick up the game. Thank y'all again for listening. Let's keep doing what we do, all right? Y'all have a good one.